Hey, uh, Tiger German here, and today I'm going to be reading Color Your Book. I brought it from Sandwich, and yeah, it shows lots of colors that you can color your own home, make joyful stuff. Here we go. Right, here we go. Introduction. Color is something we take very much for granted because everything we see has a color as well as a shape and size. Some people say they dream in black and white, but in fact, our only concept of a world without color comes from seeing old films or black and white photographs. This book will help you to look beyond the paint charts and fabric swatches from inspiration and in doing so, discover how to use color to make your home a happier, more comfortable, and more stylish place to live. Color surrounds us everywhere we look. From an early age, we are asked to take color choices, starting with a favorite crayon or pot of paint. We soon had such strong preferences that we know tangerums unless we can wear our favorite yellow t-shirt or green jumper, whatever the weather decorating whatever. Decorating choices generally come later, although many kids watch decorating programmers and have strong opinions about which colors they want on their bedroom walls. Bold color choices come naturally to kids and they usually take the money is no object. Approach the budget as well. The book aims to help you make the color decisions and suit you and your lifestyle best. If, for example, you work hard and need to relaxing environment to come home to, the aquamarines, lices, or shades of blue will provide a calm atmosphere. The first chapter explains the basics of color theory and how all colors are derived from the three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, from which are then created the secondary colors of orange, green, and violet. In the second chapter, we explore the relationship between color and our emotions. Color has many cultural and religions association, associations, and we also have instinctive preferences, positive associations, and memories persuade us to choose one color over another. Understanding how influences will help us to make the color choices that suit our personalities. In the third chapter, we look at the textures and special effects and how they can be used to add depth to our decorating. The next chapter offers the practical object projects that will help to transform your home and present ideas from adding focal points of color to a room. All colors exist naturally in an enormous range of variety variations, and a glance at a summer garden in full leaf will reveal that each species of plant is a different shade of green. When we describe colors to each other without the benefit of the photograph, we use all kinds of references to conjure up a picture in the mind's eye. A certain shade of pink may be described as looking like the inside of a seashell or has the color of unpainted plaster of or of bougainvillea flowering on a white wall. We store color and texture memories. It is often the combination of the two that brings a color to mind. Inspiration for color schemes can be drawn from many sources other than the conventional magazines or color swatch cards. Look at the colors of fruit in the market or of tropical fish in an aquarium. You may be drawn to painting or perhaps just one area of it because the colors look so good together. Choosing a color scheme that is the height of fashion has many advantages. The paint colors will be readily available. Your home will look fresh and up to date, and the shops will be full of color coordinating accessories. Home Home color fashions change less often than they do for clothes, but there is a strong connection. The colors you see on the catwalks one year may just turn up in the dye store the next. The book does not deal only with ideas and theories about color. There are also plenty of practical, easy to follow projects, all of which are based around the color theme. Each one has been designed to be quick and easily accomplished, and to give maximum impact for minimum effort. There is a range of soft furnishing, painting, craft, and styling projects, so there should be something to suit all tastes. I hope that you find it useful, stimulating and fun to read, and that you turn to it often for inspiration. Wow, I read it very quick. How proud I am. Yeah. Choosing the right color combinations for our homes will undoubtedly help us to create rooms that make us feel good. We all have personal favorites. For example, we choose our clothes from mixture of our instinctive color preferences and what is currently fashionable where decorating is considered. However, the stakes are higher because mistakes can be both expensive and time consuming. It makes sense to use some of your planning time to find out more about color and how it can be used for the most positive effect in your home. The first chapter introduces the basic principles for color theory, explaining why some colors blend comfortably when seen alongside each other while others appear to vibrate and create visual friction. Color breathes life into a home. It can warm or cool, calm or excite us. Clever use of color can make small rooms more spacious or cavernous rooms feel cozy. It can blank out unsightly theaters and bring the ornate and interesting ones sharply into focus. It has the potential to elevate and energize all your interior decorating. Never before have some decorators had this much color choice, and the ranges just keep growing after leading to more confusion and indecision. How can we select colors that are right for us? I don't know. Knowing some basic color theory will help you to make color choices that go beyond your gut reaction. To color scheme, although that is also hugely important. Basic colors tricks and rules exist, and it is certainly useful to take some time to understand them. Even if the end you decide to break all the rules, color has always been a tool for self-expression. 300 years have passed since Sir Isaac Newton shone pure white light through a glass prism onto a natural background and was delighted to see a continuous band of merging color ranging from red through orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. In instance, he had captured a miniature version of the rainbow, which is created by light passing through drops of rain causing the spectrum colors to be project like a giant color slide across the sky. Color wheel is a standard way to explain color mixing by separating the spectrum into 12 different colors. At the center of the wheel is a triangle divided into 3 equal sections of a primary paint colors red, yellow, and blue. These 3 colors are called primary because they cannot be obtained from the mixture of any other colors. Along with black and white, they form the basis of all other paint colors. Wow, roundabout. Color is a very powerful tool that that can be used effectively to help signs or signals convey their message. Our experience of color varies depending on the amount of light available, so the use of color varies accordingly. During daylight hours, for example, we experience the contrast of yellow and black very strongly, and these colors may be used for warning signs. At night, we can see light without making any adjustment to our eyes, so it is ideal for warning lights on cars and to signal stop at traffic lights. Our eyes experience colors was wavelengths of light with each color having its own frequency that is recognized and interpreted by the brain. The paint colors used for public information signs, logos, advertising, and packaging are not chosen at random. They have been deliberately selected using scientifically proven data to be the most effective color for the purpose and situation. In daylight, for example, yellow is the most instantly readable, and yellow and black give the strongest contrast, so these colors are used on construction, vehicles, barriers, and warning signs. Green on white, red on white, white on blue, and black on white also have immediate impact. For combinations in daylight are red on blue, red on green, and blue on green. On its own, red orange grabs our attention, and this makes the ideal for sea rescue craft. Red also advances and is transmitted on the highest frequency of all colors. It is immediately recognized, making the obvious choice for the stop signal at the traffic light. We see colored light in different ways, and in daylight yellow. Green is brightest in low height, blue is blue. Green is the most visible. But in extreme darkness, our eyes see red light clearly without having to make any adjustment, and this is why red light is used for controls and warnings that need to be clear at night. Uh, the the ex- the The existence of color depends entirely upon light. Try placing a red vase on the table in a room directly lit by a standard tungsten bulb. Turn the light off and the vase looks just as black as everything else in the dark room. The color of any object is a visual experience and not a fact. We see this every day when the sun sets and darkness falls outside the window. Yet to simple a statement that color is just a trick of the light is almost impossible to accept. It is also it is all to do with the power of the surface to absorb or reflect light particles. Red appears to be red because it absorbs all the colors of a spectrum and reflects only the red, shine, and green light onto the red object, and it will no longer be red but black. Anyone who has made the mistake of buying all red lights for their Christmas tree will confirm the strangely deadening. Mom,
What?
I'm recording.
Why are you in my bedroom?
What? Recording?
That's not it.
Yes, sir. What's that?
Massage. Hold on for about a minute.
Anyway, deadening effect they have on the green of the tree, and on the way they rob the adornments of their sparkle color is a powerful tool that works on many different levels. And the more you know about color, the more chance you have or using it to its full potential. The language used to describe color includes some specific terms that you may not have come across before unless you have studied art for interior design. The few terms that are explained here are those that are most likely to mentioned within the context of home. Decorating some specialist terminology will come in handy and make it much easier to communicate your thoughts and ideas about color when dealing with professionals in industry. Additive color. This is color of height. This is color of light. Where adding all the colors together creates white light. Clashes of discords. This describes two colors of equal intensity which cause visual discomfort. Think of them as musical harmonies and discord designs, and artists sometimes make use of this effect to create disturbance and give the colored scheme an edge. And colored clashes were most famously used in the rebellious 1960s. Bright orange and shocking pink, for instance, or golden yellow and mauve. Colors opposite each other on the color wheel are called complementary. These are colors of equal intensity. When they are combined in equal proportions, they make a natural gray. When placed alongside each other, they achieve maximum intensity and compete for attention. The simplest contrast to understand is that of hue, which describes the difference between undiluted colors seen alongside each other. The primary colors, yellow, red, and blue, are the most extreme example. Some colors are hot, red, yellow, and orange. Some are cold, blue, green, and violet. The most extreme hot and cold contrasts are red, orange, and blue, green. Light and dark contrast is clear when you look at the color and black and white version of the same photograph. Red and green have the same tonal quality and show up as the equal gray. Yellow and violet are the most extreme examples for these contrasts, apart from black and white, which are not colors but tones. A hue is one of the pure colors of a spectrum like red or yellow, and it can be used for describe the character of another color. For example, lavender has a violet hue, olive has a green hue, or pink has a red hue. A harmony is a combination of colors that allows the eye to travel smoothly between them with no sharp contrast. Colors that are close to each other on the color wheel will naturally harmonize. Yellow, orange, and red, for example. This describes how much pigment is in the paint. The more pigment there is, the stronger and less diluted the color will be. Another word used to describe color intensity is saturation. Diesel black, white, gray, beige, and green. This is color that is mixed from pigments, where adding all the primary colors together creates black. This is This is the color we deal with when decorating with, which differs from the colors of light. When all the primary colors of light are combined, the resulting light is white. The addition of white to a color produces a tint which we call a pastel color, and black darkness color to produce a shade. Oh, what's pastel and shade? Hang on, hang on. Let me just hang on. I'll be right back. Hang on. All right, let's continue. I'm back. I'm back. The colors people choose to decorate their homes are usually muted, white, and easy on the eye. This type of decorating does not follow fashion and has been around for decades. Classic combinations with like pale blue and white with yellow highlights to terracotta and blue gray with cream almost carry a guarantee of success. These schemes work because the colors look good together, balance each other, and are easily to live with. These schemes are not dull because colors can be arranged in many ways. These color schemes combine harmonious colors with similar tonal values, usually with pale, neutral, or white for the woodwork. Any deeper colors are introduced by way of soft furnishings, and accessories. The effect is pleasing and easy to live with. Climate has a big effect on color choices. Countries nearest the equator use the most brilliant colors because of the bright sunlight. Pale colors and subtle tones and shades would not be visible under such intense light. In the north, where the sunlight is less powerful, bright colors seem harsh and brash, but pale, more subtle colors look their best. This is why attempts to recreate the Paradise Island on the chilly hillside in the north of Scotland are doomed for failure. Oh, that's a long story for decades ago. The question of The question most people ask when wading through color charts is, do you think these two colors will go together? A good approach to the answer is to leave the technicalities inside and look at some tried and test color schemes. Look somewhere other than the paint chart if you see a grey slate rooftop against a pale blue sky or a purple Westera paint. Tumbling over the soft yellow stone wall, make a mental note of the colors that appeal to you and consult the paint charts with this image in mind. Wow. This elegant room has been decorated in a classic pale blue, white and gold scheme. The fireplace ceiling and built-in cupboards are all matte white set. Against duck egg blue walls, the room has a good floor that has been stripped and polished, and along with the faded and antique rug, it provides the room with warmth. The combination of black and white gold, candlesticks, gilt frames, wire mesh cupboard doors, and the glided chair give the room a classic French style, which provides an understand background for well-chosen elements. Where flowers grow in their natural habitat, the colors are in harmony with their surroundings. The colors of the landscape and plant life are a source of constant inspiration. Think of heather on the moors set against a pale sky, daisies in the grass, bluebells carpeting the woods, or primroses on mossy banks, or the place where the sea meets the shore. You just can't go wrong if you choose your color scheme this way. Alright, it's one more page, I'm done. If you were to start with a clean slate and were able to revamp your personal taste, the result is likely to be as sterile as a hotel room or a room set in a furniture showroom. These rooms, designed to make many different people feel at home, always lack the character of personal expression. Taste evolves with us, whether as a result of rejecting our parents' taste of being strongly influenced by fashion of or a particular era's decorating style. Our taste in colors also builds up over the years, and it's de- de- developed developed from an accumulation of influences that go back to childhood. Visualize a living room with a white ceiling, pale blue walls, white woodwork, and natural polished wood flooring. This is a traditional classic color scheme chosen to provide an unobtrusive background for elegant furniture. Perhaps ant- antiques and antiques, I don't know, and paintings and a chandelier. Now place your own furniture in the room and imagine how it will look. Picture the same room with the skirting and window frames painted a deep turquoise blue and the walls sunshine yellow. Is this more your sort of look? This is an extreme version of every useful exercise, because the things you already know and love can be provide the best clues. When you look when you are looking for a new color scheme, the front door makes the first statement about who lives behind it, and your color choice can advert advertise or conceal your personality. Vivid, vivid orange, bright golden yellow, or scarlet announce flamboyance and sociability, and deep green success a much calmer welcome. Busy rooms like family kitchens where there is a constant flow of traffic and activity benefit from bold colors and strong contrast, which add to the mom's dynamism. Hallways looking inviting in warm yellow or burnt orange, whereas a bedroom is more relaxing if painted is a calming green. Meditative blue or lilac, the way your home functioned is provided by the colors chosen for rooms and decorating areas. Decorating has always followed fashion. Fashions used to be dictated by kings and queens and ignored at your peril. Scarcity of certain pigments played a large part in how and where they were used, until the Victorians invented synthetic color dyes. Continual pigments were made from earth, minerals, or plants somewhere rare and expensive. Blue and purple are two colors whose rarity ensured that they were reserved for royalty and deity, and they still hold these associations today. These days are more likely to influenced by top fashion designers. Those work often encompasses interiors and home accessories. This crossover has introduced a aspirational feeling to interior decorating and spawned many magazines. Fashion is fun, and because it is ever changing, it is also refreshing. The latest color scheme can certainly bring a drab room right up to date, but it is important to avoid being a fashion victim, decorating a big business to keep the tills ringing. Paint companies also ring the color changes every season, but stick to what you like and what suits your room unless you feel a change. Okay, I'm done. Okay, page 21. I'm done. Whoa. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that my mother just interrupt. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. $256. I can't make that. Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you for reading without. Thank you for reading with me to tell what color means, what stories, what color mourns. So, bye.